Hey guys, this is Sarah Travels, and today we're going to talk about my trip to Amsterdam. So this was my first time in the Netherlands. I was able to try different foods. I did a lot of walking around. I was pulling about 7 miles a day from the walking. I did a tour of the canals. I found a Korean skincare spot, and my skin is looking better for it. Probably over purchased. I messed up because my first day there was Black Friday and it was extremely stressful. And I forgot. Well, I didn't know. I don't think I ever knew that the rest of the world does Black Friday. So, neither here nor there. But I did take a tour to the red light district. Before we get into the tour, things that I thought the red light district was like women hanging in windows, advertising. And it's a whole, and you'll hear about it later on in this video, but it's a whole business, and the women tend to be, the country has taken safety measures to protect them. They're even considered contractors. So where prostitution is not legal, but the country has made sure that they can get paid for it as well. Not paid for it, but they have protections. One of the things I think they were talking about was that there hasn't been an assault in however many years, because when they had one, it was really bad. So the country again took precautions. There's police patrols. The women can't work after 3 a.m. And there's cameras everywhere. If you don't see a camera sees you. So it was educational, and it was educational that the windows that the women are in, people own those homes and they live in those homes. So I guess there's a, room that they go and do whatever they do. And you'll hear more about it in the video. I can't describe it as well as she did, but I enjoy it myself. And if you have any questions, comment. Also like and subscribe.
We see them from the front. Why are they leaning a lot? Because I told you Amsterdam is built on water. This is the river Amstel I was talking about before. So they just use these huge wooden poles, right, under every building. And of course, the wood eventually rots. So that's when the house kind of starts moving a bit. But really, you will see from the front, it looks crazy. Some windows are like this. I recently learned that Dutch people, sometimes they cut the furniture to make it even, so they would kind of stand on the bed or that. Yeah, it's crazy. A sex worker in the Netherlands. Do you know? Any of you know? It's completely normal that you don't know. Why would you? So, it's super easy. To become a sex worker, you really just need to be a free... Are you recording?
Oh, I can't record?
No, you don't need to.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like, I'm embarrassed. With this hair? So the thing is, to become a sex worker is super easy. You need to be a freelancer, and to be a freelancer is super easy. You need to pay 82 euros to the KVK. The KVK is a side of the government that we don't care about, so we're not gonna go into that. But you pay these euros, and then you go to the KVK, you have this interview. In the interview, they ask your name and email, that's it, and then they give you a license. The license looks just like the one that I had on me before, like this one, right? This is not because I'm a sex worker, just mentioning, this is because I'm a freelancer as well. But it looks just like this one, but it just says not tour guide, but sex worker, right? And if you have one of these, you're good to go. To be fair, you also need to be a woman, as I mentioned. You need to be 21. You need to have a European passport. You need to have residence permit in the Netherlands and healthcare in the Netherlands, or Europe is fine. We're a team in Europe. Yeah, that's pretty much the rules. So if you check all the boxes, you're good and you can actually work. It's really just this little room with just this bed. It's not even a bed, it's a bench. That's really uncomfortable, I think. I don't know. I suppose. But you need to get yourself a room. To get a window, it's also very easy. So windows are not actually owned by the public. Windows are private. You just have to know that there are families that have been living in the red light district for centuries. Very rich families. And they just don't know what to do with the bottom part of the house. So they ask permission to build the windows, and if they get permission, they can. And that's when they can put it to rent, and as a sex worker, you can just rent the window for yourself.
Do you not pay for
To
this?
rent the window, it's also easy. I have a picture with me. I will show it to you. It will take a bit for me to find it because I have a lot.
Our sons all started playing football together.
Ah, your son played football together. Oh,
Where are your sons now?
your umbrella is completely inside out. I think it's already ready. I think it's ready. Because it's true. But if you remember, I said it's very, very safe as long as you're in your window. And that's because really we don't know what happens once a sex worker goes home. So you have to know that 0.1% of the sex workers here in the red light district are Dutch. 0.1, it's basically no one. Most of them are actually from Eastern European countries. Eastern European countries are poorer countries, and the reason they complain of moving to the north and try to go and look for a better life. But then when you're 20 and by yourself and maybe you're a girl, you go and you don't really know what you're going to find. So right now there are a few institutions that are trying to collect data over the amount of sex workers that want to do the job and the amount of sex workers that are actually forced into the job. The first one is the Prostitution Information Center. The Prostitution Information Center, they talk about a 20%, so 20% of them are forced. 20% is not too high, but it's not too low either. But then there is another institution that they have a very different number. They talk from 40 up to 80%, which is a lot. 80 is almost everyone in there. Why don't we have a specific number? Of course, if as a sex worker you're scared of something and you don't want to go talk to the police, you're not going to tell a random person in the streets and ask you like, oh, do you want to do this, right? So what are the case scenarios? Why would